Hello, hello. How are you all, my life warriors? How are you all today? Oh, it's been a crazy busy day. My son was supposed to have grad photos today, and it got canceled. And the funny note when all the parents woke up this morning was it's a snow day, but does it look like there's much snow out there to you? No. What was really going on was we were having a bit of an ice storm this morning, and everything was a total sheet of ice because it was freezing rain overnight. So they just canceled all the buses and everything in the area. So safe to keep everybody safe, but at the same time kind of because my kid was supposed to have his grad photos today. And their only other day they can do them is tomorrow. And tomorrow he wasn't going to be in school in the afternoon anyway because his basketball team has their first playoff game. So trying to message back and forth with the grad photo people, and they're like, okay, we can squeeze him in tomorrow if you can have him at the school for like 7 a.m. in the morning. 7 a.m. OMG. Okay, for those of you in the group that don't know me well, my closer friends will tell I'm not a morning person. Neither is my kid. Getting either one of us out of the bed in the morning is like usually a fight and a struggle. So trying to have him up and out the door and at the school by 7 a.m. just to have his grad photos done is going to be hell and a half. Just gonna say that. But anyway, welcome to our lovely lifestyle community where sometimes I'm just going to share life crap like that because, I need to get it off my chest. Feel free to do the same. As you know, out on my main Facebook, some of you may know, you might not, if we're not personal friends on Facebook. During our March Money and Mindset, we were talking about social media and the mindset around social media. And I wanted to dive into that a little more today, but I'm missing half my notes. Go figure. I don't think I've ever made it through a whole live, ever, without something going wrong. So it's part and parcel of that's just the way my life goes. Hence why I need a lifestyle page. Anyway, we were talking about the main reasons of why. Actually, I think I know where it is. Hang on. Just hold on. Tell everybody I'll be right back. There, I'm back. Found them. So yeah, we were talking about social media. Now, for some of you that just follow my group because you love recipes and Pampered Chef, or you love watching me make crafts, but you don't own your own business, this won't 100% apply to you. But if you've ever even considered getting a side gig or, starting out and doing something on your own, and I mean anything. This could be from opening your own little home daycare right through to, creating your own big mega conglomerate high company. Doesn't really matter. Just if you do or you've ever thought of working for yourself instead of just going in and punching in at the time clock for somebody else, then a lot of this will apply to you. So first of all, though, I wanted to talk a little bit about the mindset around social media. Like a lot of people, experts, are, debating just how wonderful social media really is or isn't. And I'm sorry you're getting a total glare. Trying to fix that for you. Hang on a second. If I close that, it's a little better, but not much. Sit right there, don't move. because I don't want to glare to you guys, but I can't see without them, so I can't see. So there is this whole like controversy of just how good or bad is social media for us really. Now, those of us that use it as free marketing for our business, it's important to us, but otherwise, really, how important is it? And that can be really debatable, especially during the last little while through the pandemic, when all of a sudden we were kind of forced to stay at home more. It was a good thing because we could still keep in touch with people without going insane. But at the same time, you see this huge influx in like, or what they call keyboard warriors and trolls who just seem to be out there to make everybody's life miserable and just post mean things on people's stuff. And it's like, why do you need to go there? So there's some debate about just how healthy social media is for us or not. So some of the pros and the mindset behind social media is it allows us to continue to connect with people. And for me, I know my friends were all on it first, way back when it first started. And they're, oh, Rudy, you got to get on this Facebook. And I really wasn't interested at first. But everybody kept telling me how great to connect with old friends. So finally, after several months, I got on, and that really was a nice thing. You know, there's those one or two old school friends you had way back in like public school or elementary school, and then their family moved away, and you just kind of never heard from them again, but you wondered, well, I wonder whatever happened to them. I was able to find a few old friends like that, like people I hadn't seen or talked to or had lost track of like 20 years ago. All of a sudden, there they are on Facebook, and now we can catch up and get reacquainted again. And that way, it's been really great. And like I said, for those of us that have our own businesses or our own side gig, or even just like some of the moms have started mom groups to, you know, swap parenting advice. So for this, it's a great platform to run your business and promote your business with no cost to you. Because in the old days before social media, you would have had to have paid money to have a newspaper ad or a radio ad or a TV commercial or a billboard on the side of a building. And those were pretty pricey. They cost quite a bit of money. But that was the only way you could advertise. Even if you made your own flyers, you would still spend a couple $100 having like 1,000, 2,000 flyers printed. And then you either had to go door to door and put the flyers out yourself, or if you sent your flyers through the mail at, 30, 40 cents a stamp, you were still going to spend a couple $100 just mailing out flyers. So social media has allowed the small business owner to be able to totally market and promote their business way out there in the bigger, grander scale without blowing the budget, which I love. And it's also become a very good educational platform when people don't get on their soapbox too much. But just here in this group, our lifestyle group, it's educational. If you're kind of in a meal rut and you're like, oh, I need some recipe ideas, you can come here to the Re-Emerging Spirits Lifestyle Warrior group and just put recipes in the search tab. And all the recipes we've shared over the last 3 or 4 years since whenever I started this group are gonna pop up, and you could hap at her and take, a couple hours, pick out 2 or 3 new recipes you wanna try this week, and there you go. We've also covered things like just motivational stuff, how to get yourself in a better mood, that sort of thing. We've shared some DIY and craft ideas, organizational, like both for your kitchen and for other areas of your home, with the 31 stuff. So being able to come onto social media and be part of groups like this are educational, which is great. Unfortunately, there's also a lot of bad fake news out there too, so you got to watch out for that. Which leads me into the con side. So one of the biggest and just a real hot topic for a lot of people is cyberbullying. And it's not even just kids and teens do it too. But I'm surprised when I come on here daily, not here in the group, you guys are all fabulous, I love you all, but out on the main feed, people just get nasty with each other and can't seem to respect the fact that it's okay that we have differing opinions from each other. You know, there's people out there that I don't agree with, but I would never in a million years degrade them or put them down because their view is different than mine. Just it's not the way I was raised. But it seems to be so much more prevalent on social media. It's because like people are hiding behind the screen at their keyboard. And I think they say things on social media they would never dare say to each other if they were in a room face to face. That's just my personal opinion, how I feel about it, but you know, tell me if I'm wrong or not. Hi Gracie, hi Janice, thank you for joining me. And another con to the whole social media thing would be becoming addictive to it. Now, I'm not so bad with Facebook. I mean, my little green light probably looks like it's on all the time because I am on Facebook a lot. For business purposes, I'm putting my ads, I'm adding in the recipes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I do go out and scroll the main feed for a little bit because, you know, if somebody's posted that it's their anniversary or, you know, they're little, just graduated kindergarten, I want to show those posts some love because social media is supposed to be social. So you want to be nice and interact with other people's posts. But, I don't spend hours glued to it like I used to. I'm on, do my business, do a little bit of social because it's the polite thing to do, and then I get back off. But the problem with me, because I do run multiple businesses and I have all this stuff going on, I never turn the computer off. Like I may be on Facebook doing some work, and then it's time to go make dinner. I just get up and walk away from the computer. I leave it on. Facebook is always on. So I love how like sometimes I'll come back like the next morning and people are like, oh, I've been messaging you and I seen you were on and you weren't answering me. It's like, well, the computer was on. I wasn't. Even on my phone and on my iPad, it's always on in the background. I never completely close and shut off the app. So it looks like I'm on all the time and that I'm probably addicted to it, but I'm not. But I know a lot of people are. Not so much Facebook, but I know my younger son is like addicted to Snapchat. He's on it almost 24 hours a day. It's like if you took his phone away for 10 minutes, he'd probably go into Snapchat withdrawals. And that is a problem for some people, the addictive part of it. And I know a lot of people are quite addicted to TikTok because you go on there and you go on thinking, oh, I'm just going to check out a couple little TikTok videos because the videos themselves are short. They're only like 15 seconds to 30 seconds long, but it's so easy to get sucked in and then realize you've wasted 2 hours scrolling through TikToks. But I digress. We won't go there. And then another one is fraud. There's so much fraud and scams out there. Like, I mean, in the good old days, used to just be on your phone. Like, remember every evening you'd be sitting down to dinner and you'd get a phone call saying like you've won a trip somewhere or you've won a timeshare. It's like, sure I did. Whatever. But really, it's just seemed to have grown now that we have social media. Because during that time, people are doing things like sending you like a private message in the DM saying, oh, I'm stranded somewhere. Can you send me money? And or sugar daddies wanting you to, you know, take care of them and they'll take care of you. It's like, whatever. You got to watch out for those things. which sometimes, back to the whole mindset thing, can be hard when you're trying to do your side gig online on social media. And people are just so closed off because they're so afraid of scams and fraudsters that, you know, they're not quite willing to hear you sometimes that you do have a legitimate business. You sell a product. You have a side gig that could really help their family out in a time of need, help them earn the extra money they need to get out of debt and dig themselves out of a financial hole. But because there have been scammers, they kind of treat all direct sales companies like they're pyramid schemes, which they are not. So let me be completely clear about that. Do yourself a favor, do some reading, do some research, and really look that up. Because direct sales companies and network marketing are not pyramid schemes. They are legit, honest businesses. And I'm telling you, someone who owns my own company otherwise, doing my handy women work, where I go into people's homes and I do like light renovation work. I tile backsplashes, I do tiled shower surrounds, I lay in laminate flooring, I paint and refinish kitchens. But a lot of that died off, up and down, all through the last 2 years. If I didn't have my side gigs, my Pampered Chef, my 31, I would not have been able to keep up with my bills and put food on the table for my children. They are not scams, they are not pyramid schemes, but they are a legitimate way for people who might not be able to go out and work the conventional 9-to-5 job in a brick and mortar place to be able to still earn an income. We have one lady on our Pampered Chef team who's completely basically housebound in a wheelchair, and she's been doing Pampered Chef for 6 or 7 years and does a completely fabulous business and never has to leave her home. So even long before the pandemic thing happened, she did her business 100% exclusively, virtually, online only, and does good. She's top in sales all the time. And, you know, otherwise, her being in that state, being confined to a wheelchair, wouldn't have a whole lot of other job options. But this is something she has fun, it keeps her happy, she earns an income. I mean, I don't know why people seem to be so about it, but I digress. We're getting way off topic again. So anyways, so I think the mindset just is you need to really be clear about why you use social media, whether it is to help promote a business or whether it's just to stay in touch with people, but be mindful of the fact that social media can be toxic. You want to watch out for those Facebook trolls and these cyber bullies and just not engage with them. It is so easy to just block and delete people or, you know, just keep scrolling past. You know, like here's another example. You know, I don't shove my faith down people's throats because I believe everybody needs to decide what they want to believe or do on their own. But I am Christian. I've never hid that fact. And one of my best friends, he's a devout atheist. And he posts some of the nastiest God-bashing stuff on his Facebook. But we're still friends because besides our two opposing beliefs, we respect each other as humans and we really get along well. And you know what? When I really need something, I know he would have my back in a heartbeat. Same thing the other way around. But when he's posting really degrading stuff about, you know, how religion is just a crock, I just scroll past those posts. It's that simple, folks. You don't need to engage with the stuff that doesn't resonate with you. Just scroll by. And if it really bothers you that much, either put that person's timeline on hide so you don't have to see it, or just unfriend them and block them if it's that bad. But otherwise, we just need to be conscious of the fact that social media can be toxic and decide what you're going to allow in your orb or not. So great stuff to do there. And try to reduce your use of social media, which I'm in the middle of. Because I was running all these businesses and I had one VIP group for Pampered Chef, and I had another one for 31 over here, and I had another one for my lifestyle group over here, and I was just starting one for Chocolate, and I realized I had 5 different groups of my own, plus the corresponding business pages. So there's 10 Facebook pages or groups I now run, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Plus I have a couple pages that I helped start and I admin for friends for their businesses. It got too much. And I literally was on social media or Facebook almost 24 hours a day, every day, and it was driving me nuts. Big reason why I amalgamated everything into this one group as a lifestyle group, so we can talk about all of it here. And another reason of why I've learned to automate a lot of my posts. You may notice in the fine print by a lot of the posts, you'll see they were posted by SynchShare. So I take a block of time, like my Monday afternoon or something. I plan out most of the stuff I want to post all week. I do it all at once in about an hour time, and then just put them into SynchShare, which is a third-party scheduling app. And just tell it, well, okay, post this one Tuesday around 3 o'clock, post that one around 11 in the morning on Wednesday. And I set it to do that, then I don't have to physically be on all the time making the posts every day by myself. And you'll see me starting to share the links to some of the trainings for that. So if I'm sharing the 28 Days Reels Challenge with you, it's free. Go ahead, take it. It shows you how you can go ahead and do all those, but how you can save them and schedule them to post later. Also, if you want a little mini course on how to use SynchShare, I'd be more than happy to show that to you if you're not already familiar with it and using it. That's what I'm here for. I want to share the recipes and the Pampered Chef with you and the 31 and the craft stuff, but I also want to help all my fellow mompreneurs here in the group maximize their businesses to the best of their ability, because I have a lot of skills and a lot of training in a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and I want to be able to share that with you. So I hope that that's all good and wonderful for you, because as we were talking about yesterday on my main feed, once you dive into that stuff, social media can help you scale your business way bigger and better than you could have in a normal traditional setting. It'll also help you get a better return on investment, because you can reach more people in a shorter amount of time by using social media. It also kind of gives people a prerequisite before they buy from you, because they can kind of Facebook creep you and check you out and see if they like your vibe and if you like the products that you're promoting. And it just allows people to then see your other customers already engaging with you. And it's kind of like referrals or testimonials without actually having to ask for people for referrals or testimonials. So I just wanted to come on and share all that with you. I hope I haven't talked too long. Thank you, Janice and Gracie, for watching. If you're catching the replay later, just put in the big old hashtag replay so I know you watched it later. But again, I'm here for you. We are going to share things all about life and recipes and organization and crafts, but I'm also here to be your social media coach, if you want to say, and help you if you are some of my boss babes and mompreneurs here in the group that have your own businesses. If you really want a little bit of help and encouragement and just back up, in really leveraging social media to the best of your ability to crush your business, then I am here for you. More than happy to help you all out with that. So stay tuned, so much more to come. Happy Wednesday. Pray for me. It's going to be a very early morning tomorrow, trying to get my kid up to get his grad photos done. And then I'm in a 3-day intensive business workshop all this weekend. So you might not see me on social as much, but I will be back in full force come Monday. And yeah, take care. Don't forget, this is still my birthday month. Every time you comment on a post at all throughout this whole month, your name goes in the draw for our cool multi-cooker, our big going away overnight bag, and a large bundle from Chocolate. All you got to do is comment on the post. So if you're fairly new to the group, go back, scroll back a few days and just start commenting on stuff, because then you get your name in the draw. And if you want into the bigger mystery host draw for my birthday month, where you're going to get a whole bunch of free host rewards from our 3 different parties, Pampered Chef, 31, and Chocolate, you need to place an order on those parties. And I do believe they're in the pinned post at the top. If not, I can post them again. Or book your own virtual party with me, and everybody who books a party or makes a small order, your name will go in the draw to win the mystery host rewards. Because, as I've said before, on my birthday month, the thing that brings me the most pleasure and happiness for my birthday is giving out stuff to all of you. So you picked a good month to be here. All right, everyone, stay safe, take care. We'll talk to you all soon. Reemerge and rise, my warriors, because warriors do it better. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.